you see a woman that is like in her 30s, 40s, even 50s, and she's fine, right? She's sexy, she's beautiful, and she's single, chances are she chose to be single. Like, you have to kind of understand that when they get to that age, they have seen a lot and experienced a lot, right? And they know and they are aware of what their boundaries are, what they'll accept, and what their requirements are. And a lot of them refuse to settle. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of their friends have settled. You know, they married and unhappy and pissed off in their marriage and bitter in their marriage. You know what I mean? And they refuse to be in that situation. They have taken the smart route and chosen to be single. And yeah, a lot of people are going to look at that as a bad thing, right? But to them, it doesn't matter what other people think. They know what their standards are and their requirements are. And so they're not going to settle for anything less than that.
I'm 37. He'll be 55 in March. And I married an older man thinking that he was ready for marriage and to settle down. That he was ready to have kids and that he was done being like the boys my age were. I was 24 when we met. But, you know, you can't change people. And for the first time in 13 years, it's day 4, where I've had no surveillance over him. I don't know where he is, or what he's doing, or who he's with, or who he's texting, or what he's searching for, or what he's putting in his notes or his calendar. And for the first time in 13 years, I'm feeling like I can breathe again. Like I don't have to keep track of his every move, of his every waking moment. And I don't know when I'll ever trust a man again. Maybe never. But the first thing on my list is to find myself again. 13 years I lost myself. I don't know who I am.
Just curious, anyone else in my shoes where you're in your 40s, I'm 43, you're single for the first time ever since you were like a teenager. I've been single for 7 months, which is the longest I've ever been single in my life. I've always jumped from relationship to relationship. My last relationship, honestly, I've been through hell and back just trying to get over that, realizing that it's better not to just jump into something just because you're lonely. Instead, taking a step back and like trying to find yourself. And that's some hard shit. And I don't think enough people talk about that, just how crazy it is being in your 40s and being on your own for the first time ever. By the time you're that age, you think you have it all figured out. You're fucking know everything. Like, that shit is crazy when you go from always having somebody to not having anyone to lean on. Friends, yes, of course you have friends, but it's not the same as having companionship. And you gain a routine with a person, just having that person to give love to and receive love from. And it's crazy. Like, it's a rough thing to go through. And again, when you're used to going from relationship to relationship, I was married for 13 years and I'm just not used to being by myself. I realized in my 40s, I don't even know how to change a smoke alarm battery. I don't even know how to change a drill bit in a drill. There's so many things that I still don't know how to do because I never had to do it for myself. And it's been an eye-opening thing for me, and it's honestly been the worst and best time of my life, and I've been appreciating it as much as I can, just laughing at myself and just making the best of every day. But healing is different.
Somebody on here said being single in your 30s is like going to a restaurant with all your friends and everybody gets their food except you. and essentially you go home with a coupon. You never get your food. But she left out the part where the next day in the group chat, everybody gets food poisoning and like one chick almost died. But not you though, okay? Because your food never came. And at least, you know, you could be grateful for that.